You guys remember this band?
We're going to
Havana?
Yeah, we are.
Hey, what's going on?
Finally.
Yeah,
How are you? I don't know, guys, if you remember, but we did a video in Cayo Coco, and Glenn and Janice, they invited us, my wife and I. We went there. We had a great time.
Cojimero. The Cojimero.
The Cojimero. So we went to this place to have lunch. It was really good for the price. I highly recommend you guys if you want to come to Kohima. Muchas gracias, hermano. Que tenga buen día. If you want to come to Kohima, this is a must because it's really close, and most people wants to come here to see how the story is behind Hemingway's neighborhood. Kohima is very well known for that. So highly recommend you guys visit this place. We ended up choosing this one. This is the name, El Cojimero, and Glenn is vlogging. The most impressive thing is that he has chosen to come here to Cuba again, and this time choosing I'm currently in for coming to Havana, having this crazy experience. In this case, of course, I'm going to spend time with them because they're friends now, and that's a good connection. When you work with people, when you connect with people that at the beginning they were like, I don't know, strangers, but then they become family, like Glenn and Janice did. Things like this happen.
5 of us. We had drinks, beer, mojitos, dessert, coffee, 5 nice plates of food, 28 USD.
Wow.
That's pretty good. And where we live, that would be $28 each.
Each. Yeah.
No drinks.
And no drinks. That's no alcohol. That's just food.
We ended up choosing this car, which is an old Chevy. And the reason is because the first car, I don't know what happened, but the car had some issues with the gearbox. So we had to change in the middle of nowhere the car. We fixed it up and we're back. So guys, Joe Andri is our tour guide today in this experience. He's going to take us to different places right here in Havana. We're going to have only today because tomorrow Glenn and I and Janice and Vero, my wife, we're going to spend family time together. So today we're going to be going to the main places in Havana. I want to share with you guys the places that we're going to be visiting, so stick around. Glenn and Janice, they're most of the time when they come to Cuba, they're spending most of the time within the cayos, which is insanely beautiful, but it's nothing like Havana. So the point of this crazy adventure that we're having here is to let them know, guys, what Havana is.
Civil War in Spain. In 1940, thanks to this novel, there was an adaptation by the Paramount Pictures.
El Cristo is one of the top places that you have to come if you want to have a wonderful view of the city. So if you don't believe me, you guys, when I say this is a great view, look at this. It's insanely beautiful. And it has so many stories, and it's very close to El Morro, which we're gonna be here tonight. I'm not gonna document that process because during the night this camera is not that good, but many people come here to see the beautiful view, to talk about the story. In every tour we do, guys, we try to combine or to mix the real local life with the story that is behind Cuba, because we know that you want to come here, you want to see the most beautiful places, and at the same time you want to know how Cuba works, because one thing is what you see on videos, one thing is what you see on the news or whatever, newspaper or magazines, but if you come here, you're gonna see that it's completely sometimes the opposite. Sometimes you're gonna be asking why, you're gonna be having so many questions, and that's the reason why you should visit Cuba, thinking about a local way, or wanted to, I mean, if you want to come to Cuba and you want to know exactly how the local life is, that's one of the things that you have to be thinking about. If you want to come to Cuba, what are you going to know? What are the things that you want to do in Cuba? Think that in advance. If you want to see the contrast, that's completely fine. If you want to stay in the cayos, that's completely fine. But if you want to know more about the local life, these are the way to go.
Central Havana municipality was this part of the city that was developed to the west from the very western side of the harbor, old Havana, you know, and it was highly developed in the 19th century, very beginning of the 19th century.
Before, a couple of years ago, it was a day tour from the hotel, but it's not busy today, and it's a lot better than it looks.
funny fact is that if you come here and you see this statue right here, many people wants to get some pictures. And on the other hand, there's some people here who are taking care of this tattoo because of the glasses. Some people come here, the kids, many people come here and they used to steal. They used to steal the glasses. So if you want to come here and take the photo, you have to wait for someone to come here to the park to put the glasses on, and then you can take the photos. But in this case, John Lennon doesn't have the glasses.
Saw the John Lennon statue, sang a little Imagine and I Am the Walrus. It's great. Waiting for
Some
the
stuff
rain.
that you're gonna see here in Havana is that it's so contrasting. I always talk about this because we are in one of the best neighborhoods in town, which is Vedado, and although we are here, you can see stuff like this, which is this house over here, and the other one. They're almost falling apart. They look pretty ugly compared to the whole neighborhood, but well, in Cuba you can have stuff like that.
Diesel.